Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I'll tell you what I did during the storm, what all middle-aged men do. I opened my garage door, I walked out to the driveway, I looked around.
Thought about having a cigarette?
I assessed the situation. I looked down the street, I saw other middle-aged guys doing the same thing. And all of a sudden, everybody's garage door closed, and we all went back inside. That's how it works in the neighborhood on a stormy day.
That is such a great reality. That is so true. What is it about, like, appreciating the rain?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo
There we
show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I don't know what's on your mind today, but I'm thinking about the fact that it's going to rain all day. And there is a basketball game tonight at Bud Walton Arena. There is a basketball game tonight. The Razorbacks and the Cincinnati Bearcats are going to play basketball on October 24th. Tonight at Bud Walton Arena.
It was. It's like God had a plan for the weekend, Chuck. He moved a bunch of Friday night high school football games to Thursday, and made it rain on Friday.
I guess
so
that's
you could go
it.
to the exhibition game.
Maybe so.
inside.
Well, what about tomorrow? I mean,
Well, that's a whole other deal.
I mean, can we make a deal for tomorrow?
Yeah.
As long as we're making deals
have a
and
word of
stuff.
prayer and get
Yeah.
started
As
when
long
it's
as we're
morning.
making deals, I mean, can we have a dry Saturday? How
We
about
can just
that?
ask for it.
But it's
What is the forecast at kickoff? I haven't looked at
it's like
the-
70%, 60%.
It's an 85% chance of rain on Friday. At least it was when I looked yesterday, and it was a 70% chance or 78% chance of rain today. Which is why we're not doing the second episode of Breaking Bart.
Not today.
At the Fayetteville Country Club.
Otherwise, we would be there.
Otherwise, we would be there. We're going to be there for Halloween.
It'll be even
By
better.
the way, this thing's it's got a life of its own, and we got to just calm this down a little bit. We may need some time.
I had people ask me about it last night. I was telling
We've
them.
got things to cover. We got basketball
know,
season
I know.
colliding with football season. We've got gambling issues and
sports.
professional sports in the NBA. We have my search for an NBA team going on, any team to follow. I watched some of the OKC game last night. They have a little tiny bit of my heart because,
They
they've
played
got
2
Jalen
overtimes,
Williams
didn't they?
And I didn't watch the whole game.
I think nobody really watches an entire NBA game. There's just certain parts you've got to really, home in on.
Yeah, we've got Arkansas trying to win a football game.
Yes.
We got Auburn trying to win a football game.
Yeah.
And, I'm excited to see this basketball team play tonight.
I am too.
And then they play again on Monday.
Yes. You're
And
going to play 2 exhibition games very quickly.
And then we have G League players being recruited to play in college.
What's going on there?
So these are things that, I just don't know if we have time for Bart. I'm just playing. It's all part of the fun. There's a lot of things going on in the world.
I'm just
Well,
playing.
if you think about it, we're like 32.5% of the entertainment industry right now, as much as we've got going on.
Well,
On the
you're
Chuck and
right.
Bo
No,
Show.
you're right. I mean, yes.
We have 100% of universal entertainment. We're 32.5%.
Hey, can I show you my
I
cookbook?
came up with that.
too?
Look at that.
Can I
Look
show
at
you
that.
my cookbook?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That is a good-looking book.
Yeah. Got my copy last night.
That is a good-looking
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Open it up. Let me see the inside of that. What's it? Are there a
Let
bunch
me
of
open
pictures?
it up for probably the only time
Yeah.
I'll actually open it
Wow,
up.
look at that. Is well done.
I mean, it really is.
Becky Bull and Karen Van Horn did
right.
that.
Yeah, they did it.
That
and,
is great.
I mean, it's
If you're
terrific.
going to do something, do it like that. That is the definition. What you're holding in your hand, Chuck, is the definition of shelf life.
It is. You're right. Because in fact, I was visiting with Karen about it last night, and when you put out a book like this, immediately people say, "Well, you have to do volume 2." Things like this, you need to wait until there's a whole new generation of people to put in the book. Probably 25, 30 years before you do another copy, I would think. And but it is pretty cool.
See, I don't know that you ever need another version of that. I guess you could. I mean, if you got 300 recipes in there.
That's all. I mean, you can eat for a while on that.
Bart, I'd like to just, if you would, when you get into that, would you just give us the top 10 that we can expect? Because Bart, by the way, no hat today.
No.
Doing okay? Everything all right? I hadn't even talked to you this morning. How are you?
I'm tired.
Fresh shower.
I'm tired.
You're tired?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Are you up late?
It was a late.
Were you
late
up
night.
late too? It wasn't just Edward?
It was a late night with high school football
Varsity
games
Vibe.
happening last night.
Varsity Vibe, Arkansas.
Oh, Thursday night
Thursday
games are the
night
worst,
games.
man.
Well, yeah, they're usually doing it on Friday, and then
Yeah.
they have all day Saturday. I didn't. I'll be honest. I didn't know you guys worked that hard. I mean, Edward texted on the way in this morning. Edward gets here about 3:30 in the morning. I don't know what he does, but he gets here at like 3:30 in the morning, and he's always rushing around. And then this morning he texted like, "Hey, I'm going to be. I'm coming in a little late, so we may not have some things like we would normally have." And that wasn't true. They're all there, and he said, I was up late last night with Varsity Vibe. And I'm thinking, oh, man, I appreciate that. I get that. And at least Bart will be ready to go. Yeah. Because I didn't know Bart was doing anything, last night. And turns out it's like having a kid, like a newborn baby. Like, you got to tell, hey, one of y'all has to get some sleep. Like, you can't both come in here dragging,
That's right.
Because, the chances of Chuck and I showing up at 100% are not great.
No.
And so when we have the team down, we didn't, and nobody met about this. Nobody had a meeting earlier this week to say, hey,
It's all news to me right now.
all be dragging, when
Yeah.
we come in here on Friday morning. And so we're going to need to put some, checks and balances in place. We can't have people losing their filter and just swearing a bunch on the air and, the things that happen when you get tired. We got to make sure breakfast is here on time. Those kinds of things.
We do have important detail.
Yeah,
oriented things.
but I actually, other than Bart not wearing a hat, I didn't even
Would
know.
you like me to put a hat on?
Well, it was
It's
just
a nice, coif, man.
Listen.
You're looking good.
Listen.
Thank you, Chuck.
Listen, Bart. Like the fact that I noticed, that's all it was. I care. I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
By the way, Chuck,
I have a hat in my office. I just didn't put it on this morning.
yeah. Well, you were too tired to put your hat on. Couldn't get that sucker all the way up there.
Just couldn't. Yeah.
Couldn't
My
get
arm
it.
just wouldn't.
Look
get
at
all the way
Edward.
up
Are you on camera?
Edward's lounging.
Are you on camera? Edward's got a blanket.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's got.
Edward looks like he's got a cold over
got
there,
a
man. He's
blanket.
all bundled
I
up.
feel like I have a
He's got a
cold.
blanket over his legs.
You look like you took half a gummy. You got a half smile. You're just kind of like relaxed back in your chair. Your eyes aren't fully open, but they're not closed, and you got that half smile going. That little permagrin, but it's a real tired one. Like, man, this sleep's gonna be good.
I am the shell of
This
a man
rest
right
is
now.
gonna be really
I am
good.
the shell of a man.
Well, I mean, but you might as well tell us what happened last night. You might as well give us the rundown.
Give us
There's
the high
not
school
much of a
varsity.
rundown. I was up
I saw
late
the
working.
video of Alyssa getting like
Yeah,
bowled
did she
over on
get
the
trucked?
sideline.
I didn't
She got
watch
trucked
that.
on the sidelines.
You didn't watch
I didn't
it?
watch it. I've been running hard since I got up. I've been like had to get in here and what I thought was
You were too busy
ordering.
ordering Coke Zero last night for the office to watch it.
Well, that was no. Well, you didn't send it until 10 o'clock or after.
Yeah, I was.
I mean,
up
I was
much
asleep.
later than that. That's fair.
Yeah.
that's nice.
What time did you go to bed?
11:30.
And I wasn't really
It
talking
was a little
about.
later for me.
Holy cow.
I wasn't necessarily referring to your experiences. I was just wondering if you could give us some updates from last night. But you can also go to varsityvibearkansas.com, download the free newsletter, or subscribe to it.
Did Fayetteville play
Just put
last
your email
night?
in there and you get it free. Yeah, they hammered Springdale.
Did
I
they?
knew that.
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
They
It was a
hammered
close
Farmington
game.
play
Close game
last
after
night?
the end of the first quarter.
What
and
happened
then
with
Fayetteville
Farmington?
kind of took over from there.
Did Farmington play last night? I can't tell
Yeah,
you.
Farmington
They
played
did.
last night.
Did they win?
They won. They beat Morrilton by 1 point. I'm not sure what actually happened in the game, but
Well, that's
All that matters
27.
is they won.
That's-
28-27.
you can see all the Thursday night scores on Varsity Vibe.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
All
thought
right.
maybe you'd remember some of
Yeah.
them. Greenwood win.
It was only about
Yes.
like 5
They-
hours ago that
They
put that out, so.
they beat Van Buren like 56-3. I
Yeah, I
believe
thought
was
that
the
was
final
going to be a
score.
really close game.
Wow.
My Siloam Springs Panthers got beat 59-0 by Shiloh Christian,
Yeah.
my alma mater.
Wow. Now, do you think
Panthers.
Shiloh's unsportsmanlike for that?
Ran it up, didn't they?
No, I think that Siloam's probably just pretty bad.
Yeah.
This is like the 4th time they've been shut out by a lot
Yeah.
this season.
They got to do a better job of recruiting.
Yeah, I
over
don't
there
know
in
what's
Shiloh.
going on.
Yeah.
They got to dip into Oklahoma.
They got
What's your NIL budget like?
Yeah, what
over
is
there?
that?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
I mean, you got the Cherokee
You got the
Casino, right there.
Surely
Build
they,
a fence around the casino.
Yeah.
Well, the
Surely
casino's
they
in
can pour some
Oklahoma.
money.
Can't the
That's
casino? Can't they donate some money?
That's in West Siloam Springs, Oklahoma.
Have that
I mean,
patch
That's
on
not
your
in
jersey.
Siloam Springs, Arkansas.
I mean, listen, I know there are parents going, I don't know, but I'm quite certain there are parents going, to the casino that are, have athletes at Siloam
You'd be
Springs.
right about that.
You'd be,
Everybody goes across the border there.
you'd think so, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, anyhow, we're here. It's Friday, and I mean, everything's great. Actually, I'm pleasantly surprised. As tired as you guys say that you are over there, this is usually when we have the best show.
Yeah.
This is when everybody comes in and there are no expectations.
Yeah. A little delirium
When we play under pressure, we're not as good. But today,
It's freewheeling. We're in the
it's-
freewheeling zone
it's-
right now.
It's a free-for-all Friday.
Yeah.
Wide open Friday, Chuck. I mean,
Football tomorrow, basketball tonight, rain.
Yeah. Let's just get it started. That was the pleasantries, and then we dive into it next. It's 6:12. It's Friday morning. I don't know if you've heard yet, but you're going to need a rain jacket.
Yes.
You need an umbrella.
All weekend.
You're going to need an overhang to
At least
park
till
under.
Sunday.
Maybe some rain boots.
Boots.
Yeah.
Boots.
But if you don't get up now, you're not going to get up. You know what I mean? It's going to start raining, and you're going to want to stay right there in bed. So on with it. It's Friday. Let's go. Good morning. Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. The two best guys in mediocre sports radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
enjoy fake AI generated stories?
I do.
And getting
I
scammed
do.
on the internet?
I do.
Facebook is for you.
That's what I like. That's what I want.
Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I was watching that video there. You see it? Alyssa getting
I
trucked
finally got
last
to
night.
watch it.
We
Oh
were
my
talking
gosh.
about it a minute ago.
Holy cow! We're gonna get
Yeah.
audio of it here. in a
Yeah,
minute.
we got to
come off the Greenwood broadcast.
That was awesome. Well,
That
it was
was-
not awesome. It was a great video. I shouldn't have said it like that. It was a great video.
I don't know.
And I give her full credit. She was going to get the shot, and it was coming right at her.
She got all of the shot.
And she got all the shot, and I mean, it's a wonder that she does not have two broken legs.
Took her out at the legs, right around the knees and below.
Submarined
and then
her.
she went right over top landed on the guy, the ball carrier. I mean, it was.
Well, and it was pointed out on the Greenwood broadcast. You've got Burley Braycook. I mean, like 300 pounds.
Huge break hook.
I mean, it's
Former
large
NFL offensive
He's like
lineman.
a bouncer. Yeah, I mean, it's like, well, he's her protection. I mean, and she is the brand. She's the franchise
Of Varsity
She
Vibe.
is
Yeah.
the brand,
Yeah, the face
Varsity
of
Vibes.
Varsity Vibe.
And you got her out there shooting video. You got Bray Cook there looking like a bar bouncer, jumping out of the way, letting her take the hit.
Well, he was 5
He
yards
sh-
downfield.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
But
a
he
big
started-
man. He's an offensive lineman. You got to get in front of
Well,
her.
I think what Bray was probably thinking is what everybody else was on the sideline thinking. Back up. Here come the ball's
Well-
coming right at us. And you don't necessarily look at everybody else when you're doing that. And then you look and somebody hasn't moved.
Hey, he's an offensive lineman, and she's your quarterback. Period. End of story.
Maybe we should get Bray on.
Well, I mean, this is not one of those Olay deals. I mean, that's not what this is. She is your quarterback, and you let her get trucked.
Yeah. I'm going to have a talk with her today.
I'm telling you, you need to have
Get
a
off the-
meeting with
get
all
off
these
the
people.
Sideline.
I
Get off the
mean,
sideline.
Yes.
Get in the end zone. It's a better angle anyhow. Or get behind a player and or behind Bray.
She is the franchise. You have to protect. She's
Yeah.
Taylor Green. She's your Taylor Green.
Yeah. For the instincts of an offensive lineman there and Bray Cook to backpedal. Maybe he thought he was in pass protection. He was setting the pocket.
I know.
And she escaped the pocket.
know.
Got smoked.
I don't know what happened, but
She got smoked. Oh, the video is wild. I think we should post it. Can we post that?
that's dedication.
It's great cross promotion with Varsity Vibe. Chuck and Bo salutes. Alyssa Orange, sports director of Varsity Vibe. Check out all the scores here and watch this video.
Patronize
of
our
the
sponsors.
of the tireless work.
That's right.
That is something. All right, 6:20. We're just getting rolling here on a Friday. Arthur's joined us from Vermont. Arthur, what do you got? Are you back on the?
He's got
Are you
bets.
back on some winners this weekend?
Football.
I certainly hope so. I'll let you know on Monday morning, but I got to take and I got to get
Well,
it in.
hold on.
So,
Let me go first. I'm sorry. Let me go first. I mean, just because you're sort of like extended family. You know, when you started with the Chuck and Bo show, you were in prison. You walked us through getting out, going through all the things you're going through. We like you. You have takes and you know the personality of a person that would call a radio show. But yesterday we had a lot of news coming out of the NBA. You know, illegal poker rings, gambling, all this stuff. And Chuck called me like 3:00 yesterday afternoon, and he said, "Do you think Arthur's caught up in all this?"
It would be better for me and my friends if gambling was illegal, but I'm not saying anything more than that.
All right, so you're not gonna divulge. Okay, I got it.
Okay, so I had a take. Yeah, here's my take, guys. Cam Ball being hurt is catastrophic. That's bad. So what I'm saying is if Arkansas happens to lose, and Auburn has a good defense, so if we happen to lose 45-31, please, not everybody lose their mind. Okay, there's more talent on the Auburn offense than our defense. I would love to believe that we're going to win the game. Petrino has a way of winning. But look, Texas has a really bad offensive line, and I feel like we could hang there. Their offense is terrible. LSU has a bad offensive line too, but they got that number 40. I think he dates Lane Kiffin's daughter, maybe.
Weeks.
Yeah, that is like that's Taylor Green's kryptonite. So I kind of crossed that off. But Mississippi, Missouri, and Texas are still wins we can get, which makes us one short of the bowl thing. But I think that should be enough to keep the movement I started on your show 14 years ago will bear fruit. Bring my Bobby back. You may not like it, but don't get in the way and nobody gets hurt. Okay. And then some fun facts for your buddy. Is he going to get donuts this morning? Mitch.
Are you speaking of Bart? Are you speaking of Bart?
I'll hang up on him.
Uh-oh.
Bart is getting upset.
Uh-oh, Bart's
Oh, what's
getting
going on,
pissed.
Bart? What's going on?
I'm not going to engage.
Yeah.
He's not going to engage.
Anyway, I got some fun facts for your buddy there. Before he got fired, he had a really good recruiting class lined up that did not sign with Arkansas. And you can go back and talk to Trey Biddy, Dudley Dawson, and my buddy Otis Kirk. I certainly hope Cedric Cobb has gotten over all that. But anyway, so, yeah, he had that. And then Petrino, while he was at Louisville, had two 9-1 seasons. All right, how many has Arkansas had since he's left? I got the answer, 1. So, anyway, that's my take. In response, I think it was well thought out. Yeah. So where are we at here?
Well, I don't know where you are.
That's the
You've
mystery
managed
question.
to really piss Bart off. Bart's not a donut guy. He's a servant leader.
Trash. He doesn't eat trash
Yeah,
donuts.
I mean, for real. I mean, that's the truth. And you
Bo,
know,
you're the one who's gone and gotten the donuts this
I
week.
have twice this week because people have said things like that and starting to annoy me. Not as bad as it's annoying Bart, but look, Bart's nobody's lackey. Bart's his own guy, and quite frankly, he's a leader in our organization. But after that, we're going to make fun of him on the air, and just like we're going to make fun of everybody. But Arthur, I mean, Bart's really pissed at you. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. You've disrespected him.
I'm sorry he feels that way. It came from a place of love.
Oh my. Well, anyhow, that's the. He is tired.
Yeah.
He's really
well,
tired.
he's beyond just
He just
simple
sleep
fatigue.
deprivation.
Yeah, it does crazy things.
I
to a
don't
person.
think Arkansas is going to lose to Auburn for the way he described it. I don't see that Auburn's going to come in here and put up 30 points. Maybe they will. I feel like Arkansas has figured out some things on defense, and what I mean by that is they've gotten a little more solid in their fundamentals and just like a base defense. Where now
they're going to keep things in front of them.
If you are talented and you have a really good quarterback, like you can move around like Marcel Reed could, and and I mean A&M's exceptionally talented, then Arkansas is going to have a hard time containing you. But if you're not like exotic on offense, maybe they can just line it up and run it down their throat. But I thought A&M would be able to do that.
A couple of things to think about. Petrino talked about this after the game, and he talked about it some this week too. That it wasn't as though Arkansas just got their defensive linemen got stuffed by the offensive line. They were actually getting upfield. They were rushing too far, and they were creating running lanes for Marcel Reed. And that's been a point of emphasis in practice this week. Jackson Arnold will tuck and run some. I mean, that's really, I think, when he's at his best is when he makes his plays with his legs. But the rain, hanging on to the football, that to me becomes the overriding issue tomorrow. Arkansas has had explosive plays, and sometimes bad weather nullifies explosive plays. Sometimes it doesn't, because the offensive guys know where they're going, and the defensive guys have to react. But I think those things are things to watch because you take away some of Marcel Reed's big runs the other day, and A&M's not as effective. Now, you can't, of course, take them away, and neither can you do it again. If you do it again, Jackson Arnold can run too.
I feel pretty good about the game. But
They can hang on to the
We'll
ball.
see what the
They can
rain,
hang on to the
rain's
ball.
like. Is it going to be a torrential
Yeah.
downpour throughout the game?
It
How does
sounds
that
like
affect
it's just gonna be
Arkansas's
steady.
explosive offense?
Yeah, yeah.
How does that affect them?
That's right.
But I like Arkansas's ability to run the ball right now as well. 877-377-6963. It's Friday. We've got Ryan Brown coming up at 7:15 from Next Round Live out of Birmingham, Alabama, covering Auburn. He's been doing it for a long time. We'll get his thoughts on the game. But, Petrino's been talking about the team and staying together. Teamwork Roofing, we talk about them all the time. They got a team. They got them a squad of certified crews no matter what kind of job it is. Metal roofs, flat roofs, shingle roofs, difficult slopes, whatever the job is, whatever you need done. Business, residential, they do it all. Teamworkbuilt.com, using only the best materials that you can get. For sustainability, your roof's going to last. Teamworkbuilt.com. It's teamwork roofing and construction. Teamwork, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
I'm amazed at the number of people who think they're smart.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge. Today's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here. and there. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
been brain dead for 2 days.
I
Some
know.
people would argue much longer.
Well,
but I mean,
it's
if
been,
I my
it's been
own
noticeable.
personal standards.
It's been noticeable,
Yeah.
really, the
I
last
know,
couple
it's
of days.
just like,
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I can't decide if this NBA betting thing's going to be like the story of the year or if it's a one-off.
I'll give you my take. I don't have like some huge take on it, but I will say this because we talk about gambling in sports, and the NBA and Las Vegas and the measures that they have in place caught this situation with Terry Rozier basically, underperforming in games. They caught it before it even happened because of all the money that suddenly came in on the under on this guy's prop bets. So they knew right away. They flagged it right away. And apparently he sat out a lot of last season with an undisclosed injury, but it was really them putting him on the shelf while they investigated all this stuff. Now that gambling is legalized, there are checks and balances in place, and I don't know that it's perfect, but it's way better than when it was all illegal. Because now you've got everybody that's in the business of gambling really on top of getting scammed because it's their business. Now, anytime there's gambling and there's money to be had and people involved and can you get to them and all that, you run there's obviously something that can happen, but that's just true of anything in life. People are always going to try to cut a corner, but now that they've legalized it, I think it's even more difficult to get away with throwing games and shaving points.
I agree with that. I agree that the part that is regulated, these guys aren't going to get away with it. They're not. But the part of the story in all this that fascinates me are the poker games.
Oh yeah, that's a different deal.
That's
just straight up illegal. Backroom.
That's the real deal.
That's the old stuff.
Right.
That's the old school
That's
stuff.
the way it used to be done. So, to say I'm not troubled by players getting caught placing bets would not be true. But I know there's a system in place to catch them. And it's just like what you talked about. Anytime you've got an inordinate amount of money bet on a particular day, it's going to get flagged. But it's these poker games where they lure people in with NBA guys. From what I read, this is not perhaps an isolated incident with what Chauncey Billups did.
That poker game, I didn't spend as much time as I intended to read into this.
X-ray stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
all kinds of stuff.
It was a rigged game.
It's a rigged game. And the technology that they can use to rig those games now. I mean, I felt like the most naive guy in the world reading that.
So was it the mafia?
It was the mafia.
They were like, let's say you're Chauncey Billups or somebody making millions of dollars a year, and you're going and you think you're just having fun playing this high stakes poker game, and you're getting scammed by the mafia.
Right. That's exactly
what was going on.
Right. That's exactly. You were going to lose, and everybody in the room was in on it.
There's nothing worse than committing we'll call it loosely a crime, and being the victim.
Yeah. Well,
while you're getting. You're getting hosed and it's ruining your career.
But everybody at the table except the victim was in on it, and they all got a cut, for being in on it. And there was a game, and now Billups was involved in some other stuff too. Allegedly, there was a game, an otherwise meaningless game, between the Blazers and the Bulls. And he gave some information to one of these guys in one of these crime families that they were going to tank that night. They weren't going to play four of their best players, and that to load up on the Bulls. And so there was a big amount of money put on the Bulls that night, and they won.
See, that's it.
And so that's why I say I don't know if this is a one-off or if they're going to keep digging, and not just with these guys, but with a lot of others. They're going to find that this was fairly commonplace.
What do you think Chauncey Billups is going to do now for a career?
Well, he's
not.
Think
he'll be an analyst on ESPN?
I think he'll be a greeter out there in Vegas.
Jeez, man. Yeah, he's done.
Yes, he's done.
If that's true,
Terry Rozier's done.
Oh yeah.
And anyone who's brought into this is done.
Yeah.
I mean, their career's over.
Yeah. Brett and Cersei. Good morning. What's going on?
Good morning, Chuck and Bo. It's a great weekend of Razorback sports coming up.
I know.
Tonight.
Well, we got basketball tonight. You're right.
Basketball tonight. I don't know. I wonder how many people are going to be at the game. The way the
More
tickets
than you
are,
think.
I hope
More
so.
than you think.
I hope it's a good crowd. But they're like a bunch of tickets left individual prices. Not I mean, there's plenty of tickets that have been sold. But I just went on there yesterday.
Rain will have something to do with it.
I
too.
wasn't sure, are these free tickets, whatever. They're $35 a piece. And you can still buy tickets at ArkansasRazorbacks.com. They are available. But I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. It's just a little awkward because you're not used to buying tickets like that. Most people. They've got their season tickets, and this isn't part of the package. But it's also being streamed on the SEC Network Plus. Or watching ESPN.
Chuck, what are your plans, Brent?
My plans are going to the Searcy Lions versus Robinson High School football game tonight here in Searcy.
How is Searcy? How is Zach Clark and Searcy this year?
They're 7-0, Bo.
How about that?
Good for them.
That's great.
It's
I
a
bet
battle
Town's
of
alive. Town's alive when you're 7-0.
Yeah, it's a battle of two 7-0 teams.
Zach's a really good coach.
Oh, no kidding, Bo. He is straight legit. I'm just going to tell you. What I tell you, this NBA thing is just, it baffles my mind. It just.
That's not an easy thing to do.
No.
What does a baffled Brent look like? Everyday Brent.
I got two smokes in my mouth and a zen is what I look like when I'm baffled.
Gosh.
He's a little bit nervous.
Yeah, my gosh.
Yeah, and I just tell you, especially for me, because I would have done anything to have been an athlete. And to throw it all away over gambling, that's just, I just can't grasp it.
Boy.
And Terry Rozier didn't have to take himself out of the game. He's a bad enough player. He could fix the game by just playing his regular game.
He's not that bad. I mean, he's serviceable. He's serviceable.
Just go out and be you tonight, son. We'll win plenty of money.
Yeah,
we're betting on the other side.
And Chauncey Billups had never won anything. So what's he ever
He's
done?
a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. But other than that.
But other than that, he hadn't done nothing.
It's interesting. We some of us like to take the higher or the moral high ground on gambling. There's almost, I'm not going to say there's not anybody. There's almost no one who watches sports and doesn't gamble. And I'm not even talking about legally gamble. I'm not talking about actual money. But people, since the day you put a ball down, Chuck, people are like arguing about who's going to win. And it's either, the gamble is either I'm right or it's over a Coke or lunch or something. I mean, that's part of the joy and fun of watching sports. Is people have just done that from day one.
Yeah, this is so much of a generational thing. I think that's part of it. Because I'm going to tell you, I was not raised, and I don't know a lot of people in my generation, we were not raised betting on ball games. You might bet a Coke.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean at that simple level. I don't mean like you're putting money in. Brett, jeez.
But
what happened?
He
just.
Well, I think
Brent usually hangs around for hours.
Yeah, I know. But it's part of the sports landscape now. And they're paying for a lot of the things we're watching. It's their sponsorship money that pays for a lot of it. So I'm not knocking it. And people, you got to be responsible. That's one of your responsibilities in life. But this was inevitable, and it's going to get worse. They'll catch the ones who do things like load up on games. And the stuff that was going on with the rigged poker games, the only reason they were there is because they're stars. That didn't affect the outcomes of ball games. But it's I got to admit, I'm not sure exactly how I feel about all this, to tell you the truth.
Well, it is weird.
You cannot dishonor the competition. You cannot. And that's what, for me anyway, and I'm not, maybe it's a little Pollyannish, and someone say, well, they've dishonored it long before now. Maybe so. But to me, when you start affecting the outcome of the game, or even affecting points and lines and things of that nature, you're affecting other people's livelihoods. There are other people out there on that floor too. And that to me is when you cross a line you can't really come back from.
NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, these professional organizations, they've got a lot of integrity to
They
protect.
do.
They're putting a lot into it, and the people that are in the professional and gambling business have the same thing going on, and that's your best shot to curb any of this. But I'd be lying if I didn't say for a second when I turned on the OKC game last night, and there it was on TV. It crossed my mind.
I know.
Did it cross your mind?
Absolutely.
And that's the problem they have and what they want to avoid.
Yeah, this is a dark cloud for sure. I got to be honest. I didn't even know there was still the mafia out there rigging poker games. I mean, I got to be honest. I didn't realize that was still going on.
I know, but you'll watch a good mafia movie.
Well, I do, but
I
I didn't know they were still doing it.
I know.
Hey, let me talk about my friends at Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, before we go to a break. And when somebody helps you buy a home, you're spending a lot of money, probably the most money you've ever spent, or helps you sell your home, they do become your friends. And if they do it right, they become your friends for life. And that's the situation with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. And I really believe that's what your experience will be when you partner with them. My experience has been exactly like that. And everyone that I talk to who's had dealings with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, comes away saying the same thing. If you're looking for a home, it may be your dream home, maybe a home that, boy, you've got to have certain specs. Your family's this, and I mean, you got to have it just so. They can help you find that house. If it's time to sell, it's time to trade up, or if you just think it might be the best time to list your house, they know exactly the market, and they can get that done for you too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978. They're in Washington and Benton counties, Fort Smith, Branson. They do have a wide selection of homes, and you can see them all at WeichertGriffin.com.
We're full service here. We're like the concierge of sports talk radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Football season's here, and Flight by Yuengling is the light beer built for game days. Tastes like a Yuengling, but it's a light beer, and only 95 calories. Flight raises the bar for what a light beer should be, and now it comes in a 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle and skinny cans. Perfect for tailgates, watch parties, or just kicking back after the game. Pick it up at your favorite store or ask your bartender. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit GoPaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Alyssa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
I don't need Chat GTP. I've got Chuck GTP.
Amen.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You think you're on anybody's like pickup list at school?
No.
Chuck Barrett able to pick up my kid.
No, that I doubt that.
I'm gonna write you in.
All right, good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know, I'm always talking about how the sweat and the mad has changed how I feel. Legitimately has changed the energy level I have.
We need a little sweat and imagine this brew
Google
right
the
now.
sweat no madge. I'm telling you, man, it's a massive difference. It really is. In fact, I went in there yesterday. I don't like getting blood taken, but I went in there yesterday to get my labs because you got to do it. You know, every 3 months you want to know where you are because when we're off, we're off. And sometimes it's not you; it's just your body's off. I mean, you got to get the right supplements or whatever it is, and it's a game changer, and it's healthy. I mean, you're getting healthier in doing it. The Sweat No Madge, sweatnomcosmetic.com is a website you can go to. But if you just Google the Sweat No Madge, you'll find out all about it. You can get a free consultation. So Bart, the other thing that makes me feel better is when you feel good about picks. Yeah. This is one of the things I love about sports. Or should I say sport or sports?
Well,
I say one of the things I love about
sport, go on. Yeah, go on.
One of the things I love, let me try it this way. One of the things I love about sport is when Bart has picks. Does that work? Or do I need to put an S on sport?
I actually think either one's acceptable.
Okay, good. Well, I'm gonna go. I feel less Harvard-like if I say sports, which is the way I want to feel. I don't want to feel like Harvard.
We can Joe Everyman.
So I like it when somebody like Bart is out there and they've put a stake in the ground. Like we have fun at Bart's expense, but I like it when somebody puts a stake in the ground, a flag in the ground, and they plant it and they say, this is what's going to happen.
No more.
Because then it makes the game even more interesting. And that's what is, not to sit here and just promote gambling, but that's one of the things that makes things interesting.
Yeah.
You know, it's an added thing to the outcome.
Here's what's going to happen.
It makes regular games more exciting.
Yes.
It makes regular games that you otherwise may not pay attention to.
What did Bart say? Well, what did Bart say about the game? So we're going to do the locks later in the show, but what are some things you're flirting with?
Yeah, so, I mean, I've got the 3 locks for the day pretty well nailed down and have, honestly, the past couple of days. I've just kind of been watching line movement, and that's only made me feel better about the picks. But there are a couple other games that were in the mix, in the conversation at least, to be part of the locks that are not. but I feel comfortable enough talking about those games and confident enough talking about those games that we can do that.
Well, let's do it now. What do you say?
What games are they? Which
so,
ones? Is this the poker game, or what are you talking about?
No, we're talking about sports. We're talking about college football. Pitt is a 6.5-point home favorite or against NC State. Pitt's a really good team. They're in the mix for the ACC title.
All right.
Right? They're in the top 4 of the league right now. There are probably 6 teams for 2 spots in the conference championship game. It's a one bid league for the playoff. So Pitt's got to win out. I just think they're a lot better than NC State. A lot better defensively, certainly.
Okay.
And then New Mexico is a 3-point favorite
Lobos are back.
at home against Utah State. The Lobos breaking out the turquoise uniforms for the first time in a generation. And former head coach Bronco Mendenhall, who was there last year and then bailed to go to Utah State, is bringing his Aggies in. It's a perfect setup for New Mexico to have a really big night there in Albuquerque.
I'm going to parlay those two right there.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's just the way he said it, the certainty.
Nobody wants to kick Bronco Mendenhall's butt like the Lobos do.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today. Man, there's nothing like a perfect steak. So tender, juicy, and packed with flavor. And now, thanks to Plainview Beef, it's clean with no hidden chemicals. Plainview Beef feeds their cattle with wheatgrass sprouts, and their beef is loaded with nutrients your body needs. I'm telling you, you gotta try it. PlainviewBeef.com. Order direct to your house. Check out their menu, which includes 6 8-ounce fillets for just $99. Again, it's PlainviewBeef.com. Use the promo code Chuck and Bo and get a free 12-pack of beef sticks. PlainviewBeef.com.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eyes. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
So I spent yesterday. You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Do you, listener, do you feign not knowing things or intentionally not learn things in your line of work so that then other people will do it?
That's not true.
Chuck loves to play
That is
dumb.
not true.
And he loves to play even dumber. Here's what I know about Chuck. At any point, he can let you know that he actually knows how to do that, and then your value's gone. You just think I need you, Bart, but when I'm done with you, I'll do that
The Chuck and
myself.
Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Chuck.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Every day's a new adventure around here.
Oh,
I mean, it is. That's my favorite part, actually, about coming in.
It's like Bielema used to say when we were doing that little TV series back in 2016. I remember riding in with him. He goes, "The best part of my job is every day I go into work and something's about to happen that I don't know is going to happen."
That's right. Like, for example, Bart right now. You know, Bart's going back and forth. Edward's a little bit under the weather right now. He's really gutting it out today.
He's tough.
But he's had to step out for a moment. And so Bart...
We had him on an IV in here a second.
Yeah,
I've got an
I
IV.
mean, we do, and we're trying to bring him back. But Bart is, running back and forth, and I have to tell you, I couldn't help but notice this during the break when Bart faced with I got to do two people's jobs. Did you see the way he came to life? Yes. He just came to life. It's like, I'm needed. I'm needed. They need me.
He rises to a challenge.
Yes.
There's no question.
Look, he's standing up. He can't even sit down.
He's
so excited.
I don't want to sit.
Thank you, Edward. Yeah. Thank you, Edward, for being sick.
Sacrificing
so
Bart
come to life. Added value right here. Yeah. This is
there is a quality about Bart that you got to pull out of there.
I know.
And it's usually not anything you would plan on.
Edward knew what was necessary.
He did.
And that's why he got sick.
Teammate. Yeah. That's a team player.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I got to do something to bring Bart back to life.
So while this is going on, Chuck's like, I hope Edward's okay and everything, but is Walk-On still bringing breakfast?
Well, Edward understands. He just said the same thing.
Yeah.
He just said the same thing.
And Walk-Ons will be open at 9 again.
So get better,
on
Edward. We got breakfast coming in, man.
They're doing breakfast. They'll be open early at Walk-Ons for the game. 11:45 kick on these early games in Fayetteville. Walk-Ons opens early at 9 a.m. They're doing that again, and to make sure that you're aware of it, they're bringing us breakfast.
And I will tell you, in all seriousness, everything is good at Walk-Ons. I mean, it really is. But their breakfast. I mean, it is
breakfast
big
sliders.
league. It is big league. Those are big league breakfast sliders.
What's on? You remember what's on there? I remember how it tastes. Like
bacon, egg, cheese.
Yeah. Well,
but it's like it's real.
The
it's
egg's
not
over
fast
easy.
Food.
It's not like super hard boiled and like rubbery. It like you
it's
actually
a real egg.
Yes.
Yeah. We could just talk about food for a second.
Sure.
Why not?
They have sneaky good bacon. Sometimes when you go to let's call it a sports bar. I hate to call that a sports bar, but they have 60 televisions because the food's just superior to any sports bar I've ever eaten in. And
that's why they're still open, man.
Yeah,
you got to have great food.
It's way better than what you think bar food is. But their bacon, you could just eat the bacon by itself. A lot of times when you get a bacon burger,
I could do that any day.
Yeah, but when you get like a bacon burger at some places, like the bacon was just like an afterthought. It's not. It's like, wait a second, why don't you put good bacon on here if you're going to make it part of the meal? Well, they do. And that's one of the reasons those breakfast sliders are good.
They are good.
They're really good.
I cannot overstate that enough.
We've got Ryan Brown coming up. He used to be with WJOX in Birmingham. Longtime radio host, personality, reporter. Will give us the scoop on Auburn.
Man about town.
He is now with Next Round Live. A few years ago, him and Jim Dunaway and another guy named Lance went on their own. I just forgot Lance's last name. Wow.
He's just known as Lance. Everybody just calls him Lance.
I got his face in my head, but the name, the last name escaped me. But they've been doing this show for a long time, and they do a great job. And they're online; you can watch them if you want. But the Hugh Freeze situation is bizarre to me. I'm going to just say this about the Arkansas Auburn game. One team seems to be operating with a lot of confidence. Another team seems to be operating with a bunch of skepticism, or I don't know, a lack of confidence, and that's Auburn. Every time I hear Hugh Freeze talk, I don't really hear much confidence. Like when I hear Petrino talk, I hear confidence, and this is what's going to happen. They've both been losing games, but one leader sounds confident and like follow me, and the other one sounds like, we're trying to figure it out. Here's Hugh Freeze this week on his quarterback situation.
See how it plays out. I mean, we've started out really, really well in the last few games, and hope that continues to be the case. But I do think, if we start to sputter, you got to see if we can get a spark. And so that's kind of the mentality of where we're at. And I know that they're ready, Ashton and Deuce.
Yeah, he's talking about his quarterback. Like, hopefully, fingers crossed. Our guy who I bet on, I went out and got in the portal. I pinned our program on. Fingers crossed Jackson Arnold can play okay. But if not, if we sputter a little bit, I don't know. I mean, I think we might be able to play the other guy some. And I'm not saying that means Auburn's going to come in here and play bad, but just the vibe coming off of that program is a total lack of confidence.
When I hear Hugh Freeze talk, I hear a tired coach. I hear a coach who's, borne the weight of this for, the better part of 2 years now. Bobby Petrino's been at it again for 2 games. So Petrino's not going to wear it on his outside in his body and his face and his body language the way a guy like Freeze is, who's been he's been taking a beating from everybody for the better part of 2 years. Here's the thing about sports, though. I mean, you're a win away from new life. And I'm sure that's what he's thinking, right? If Auburn wins this game, they got new life. But you're right. When you hear them speak right now, there's a different tone to their voice, Petrino and Freeze. But I do think a lot of that's just the product of, Freeze has been getting beaten over the head for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
He looks tired to me.
Yeah, it's a rundown. It feels rundown situation. But if they can get up, this will be the game because they know it's do or die for them.
Well, and they're a few weeks behind Arkansas in terms of like imminent change. When Arkansas got blown out by Notre Dame, we knew what was going to happen. I think the Auburn people feel like if they lose tomorrow, they know what's going to happen. I'm not sure they're right, but we might find out.
Arkansas is now a 2.5-point favorite.
Is that right?
At Oaklawn Sports.
Wow.
The Oaklawn
Well,
Sports
we knew
app.
that would happen.
We'll talk to Zach Gillum about 8:30 today. We'll have breakfast before then.
Yes,
Chuck, so you'll be ready to go.
I'll have new life.
Walk-ons will be open at 9 a.m. Brian Brown from Next Round Live, actually, is joining us next on the Chuck and Bo Show with a preview of Auburn. It's 7:10 on Friday. Good morning.
They're all crazy. Yeah. And I don't mean that in a critical way. We got issues in this room. I'm going to be truthful about that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Save Sports Radio.
That's special.
And I include myself in this. We like to think we know what we're talking about, but sometimes we do miss the mark. I mean, sometimes we do.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ryan Brown's joining us, Next Round Live co-host, longtime sportscaster in the Birmingham area, now worldwide, all over the web. If you want to find them, Next Round Live, you can. I saw they had John Summerall on a hot coaching name.
Yeah.
From Tulane. Ryan, good morning. Thanks for
Ryan.
hopping on with us.
Boys, what's happening? I will tell you that is a very popular name among Auburn fans who incidentally do not have a coaching vacancy at this point, but they anticipate one, and they really like them, John Summerall.
Chuck has joked on our show that we need to get these pesky games out of the way so we can get on with the thing everybody wants to talk about, which is who the coach is going to be. I mean, nobody really wants to talk about the game week in and week out.
Well, I think Auburn fans are kind of tired of talking about it. I mean, it's the same thing over and over and over again for them. They get in these close one-possession conference games, many of which they've led in the fourth quarter or at least in the second half, and they eventually find a way to squander the lead and let the team score late to beat them. And that has been week after week after week in conference play, and it's just not changing. So I think Auburn fans feel like that's the doom they are destined to right now.
Chuck, the Razorbacks, and I think you probably know this, Ryan, they're 2-12 in one-possession games since the start of the 2023 season. Is somebody going to win a one-possession game on Saturday?
Yeah. Chuck, what's the longest overtime game you've ever called? This one may never end.
I know.
It may go straight into. You may just be able to walk straight over to Bud Walton and do the season opener.
I think you're right. I mean, first team to 20, first team to 30. I mean, who knows? And who knows what the range got? I mean, that's the thing that I wonder about in all of this is, where the factor for the rain and what role that's going to play tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday on, we were talking about on the show, because I had seen it on social media that, what are they calling for, maybe rain the entire game, right? Windy, kind of gusty wind. Which, gosh, you guys, you got that last week at Texas A&M, too. I don't know what's going on up there in Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah.
We can't buy rain around here, so at least you have good stuff.
We've had a lot of rain this summer, and it continues. Ryan Brown with us, Next Round Live out of Birmingham, where they're based. I look at Auburn, and I see a program that is just faltering, fledgling, a lack of confidence. When I hear Hugh Freeze talk, I feel like, I'm not saying he's lost, but it's not inspiring confidence. Arkansas made their move, at least for the time being. And when I hear Bobby Petrino talk, he sounds the complete opposite. And it's almost like, he knows they lost the game, but he's just matter-of-factly telling you exactly what's going to happen, how they're going to get better, what they're doing each week. And then they're going out and just putting up 1 billion points every game so far with him as the interim head coach. How are you seeing this game? That's just the vibe I get.
Well, actually, kind of what you guys were just talking about as far as the points go, I actually think this will be in relation to what Auburn normally plays in. Maybe not Arkansas because, like you said, I know Arkansas put up a ton of points against Tennessee on the road. They put up a ton of points at home against A&M, including the backdoor cover there from Coach Petrino, which I'm sure many appreciated. But I actually think in terms of Auburn, this will be a shootout. Like, I think this could play up in the 30s. And Auburn in conference games, not overall for the season, but in conference games is dead last in the SEC in scoring offense. So actually getting a game into the 30s for Auburn's offense would be, feel like landing on the moon right now for their fan base. But, it's no mystery to your audience that Arkansas doesn't play a ton of defense, it doesn't seem, and they are in all these shootouts all the time. But on the flip side of that, Auburn's defense has been really good under DJ Durkin. But, I've said all season long, Taylon Green's good enough to beat somebody he's not supposed to. Now, that doesn't really qualify for this game because it's more of a toss-up, a pick-em type game. But I just think Auburn will have trouble with Taylon Green like everybody else has. And this will, even the best defense, like Auburn fans don't want me to use this comparison, but it's a legitimate one, so I will. Like, I sat here in this state and watched Nick Saban and Kirby Smart defenses, which were dominant all the time. But about once a year, somebody had their number. And sometimes it was Hugh Freeze, which is the reason he's the Auburn head coach right now. And they would score points, in the 40s. And you're like, dang, man, this is a Kirby Smart defense. What's going on? And then the next week, the team's struggling to hit 12, 14 points. But I think that could happen this weekend to Auburn's defense. I think the winner will have to maybe get in the low 30s.
Yeah.
Now, I say that with the weather and all that. I could look like a complete idiot like normal. But I do think there will be some points scored.
Oh, I think you're right. I agree with you. I think it's going to be a game in the 30s. Hey, when Auburn hired Hugh Freeze, and you just kind of touched on it there, he'd won a lot of games against a lot of teams that, people thought were better. When Auburn hired Hugh Freeze, I got to admit, I thought, look out. The guy can coach. For all the baggage, he can coach. I'm not saying it's not going to come together, but it doesn't seem like it has yet. What's happened? What's happened so far, and what has to happen for it to get turned around?
Well, I don't know if it can get turned around, Chuck. I think with the fan base, there's a lot to this answer, but with a fan base, I think you pass the point of no return. I do not think Hugh Freeze can win this fan base back over. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's happened with every coach that gets fired, and I think you pass the point of no return. And to that point, Monday in his news conference, Hugh Freeze was asked point blank. Mike Norvell has been given a vote of confidence today. Luke Fickell has been given a vote of confidence. Would it help you, do you think? Would you like to get a vote of confidence? And he said, oh, yeah, that would be very, very nice. And gave a long answer about how he's been supported, but getting a vote of confidence would be very nice. And I don't know where it is in Arkansas, but it's 7:21 on Friday in Birmingham. And he has not gotten that public vote of confidence. So I think that tells you absolutely everything you need to know. To be fair, go ahead, Bo.
No, I just gonna say I don't recall a coach ever saying that. I'm sure it's happened, but that's what I mean. Like the whole vibe of this is just so weird.
Yep.
Well, John Cohen was busy getting that ref fired.
That's right.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, it sounds like he got that done.
Yeah. But, to be fair now, let me be fair in this answer. Cohen has been publicly supportive of Hugh Freeze up until this point, including an interview with AL.com just a couple of weeks ago when he was asked, do you anticipate a coaching change? And he says, at this moment, no. I mean, now there was a qualifier in there at this moment. But still, he has been supportive. But I don't mean to make it sound like Cohen has not been supportive of Freeze. But when your coach has a news conference on the heels of Mike Norvell getting a vote of confidence, Luke Fickell getting one, and publicly asked for one, and you do nothing, it does seem like that silence speaks volumes.
Yeah. Ryan, let me ask you about just Auburn overall. Give us, what's been the problem on offense and what could cause Arkansas some problems from an Auburn defensive perspective?
Well, I'll answer the offensive question. Obviously, I think they got the wrong quarterback in the portal, and I don't know that it's entirely Jackson Arnold's fault. There has been a lot of criticism of Hugh Freeze's offense not being, quarterback friendly, and maybe it just has lost its fastball a little bit from where it was when Bo Wallace and Chad Kelly were putting up numbers under him at Ole Miss, and I mean even more recently Malik Willis at Liberty. But that offense is just not fluid. It doesn't seem to have any rhythm ever. But I think with Jackson Arnold, you had the quarterback that was the worst quarterback statistically in the Southeastern Conference last year at Oklahoma. Now everybody excused it by, well, his offensive line is hurt. Or his receivers are hurt, his offensive line is awful, yada, yada, yada. And there were a lot of excuses made. I just never believed, and this is not revisionist history. I said this in the summer. I just don't think you can drop Jackson Arnold in with these receivers and this offensive line, and magically he's a better quarterback. And he hasn't been. I mean, now I will say this about him. He's only thrown one interception in the last year. And by calendar year, not football season year, calendar year, and that was Saturday night, and it was right after Cam Coleman dropped an absolute touchdown pass right in his hands that Arnold put in his hand, and Arnold turns around and throws a bad interception. So, but there's just been no fluidity. They don't have a passing game. I just don't think Arnold's an SEC quarterback in that system. They've been able to run it. Jeremiah Cobb's been a good running back, but Damari Alston, who started the season as the number one running back and is a team captain, is off the team now. Hugh Freeze made it sound like he was kicked off the team. The reports are he went to Freeze and wanted to be redshirted because he's never touched the ball. And that's another frustration with Hugh Freeze is that time and time again, he comes to the post-game press conference, he's asked about the run game, and he says, yeah, we got to get the running backs involved more. He says that every game. And now you've got a team captain running back leaving the team because he's not getting enough touches. So it's just there's a disconnect there. And just real quickly, defensively, I think the hope for Auburn has been really good against the run. Everybody that has been able to run the ball has struggled to run it against Auburn. But they have been susceptible to the pass. Now, is that because nobody runs on them, so they're giving up more pass yards because nobody can run? I don't know. But statistically, where Auburn has struggled defensively, and I don't think they're as good in their backside of their defense as they are up front, but they have struggled against the pass a little bit.
Ryan, always great to have you on, man. Are you gonna make a prediction? Will you do that on your show on this game? And if so, what is it?
We're so inconsistent in what we do in our show, Bo. I don't know. That,
I can't relate. We have no idea.
No,
what
we're
you're
so
talking about.
organized.
We're going to talk about this when we come back. Come back from the break. Never talk about it.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we do that all the time. If I were going to, I would pick Arkansas to win. I just think Auburn has no confidence right now. I would say something like maybe 31-28. That sounds like a lot of points in an Auburn game, but something along those lines, 31-28 Arkansas.
Well, man, we appreciate you coming on. You can listen to the Next Round Live. Go follow them on social media at Next Round Live. It's Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, and Ryan Brown who joined us right here today. 9 to noon, Monday through Friday. Good luck to you guys. Continued success. Always appreciate you coming on with us. Say hi to everybody.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, same with you guys. Y'all have a great weekend. Good talking with you.
Thanks, Ryan. You too. Always a professional, great dude.
Yeah, when
three great dudes right there.
When Ryan was talking there at the end, I was thinking about what you said about the confidence level of fans and folks. And if you were to ask every person in Arkansas right now, the Hogs going to win, I think a slim majority would say yes.
I think there's confidence brewing.
I think. If you were to ask the average Auburn fan, though, it'd be overwhelmingly no.
For whatever it's worth, this is the first of it'll be the third game that Petrino's coached that he's been favored in. Go win this game. Doesn't make it any easier.
Right.
But I think what you've been doing is climbing a massive uphill battle the first two games. Can you get a similar effort that you've gotten in these first two games in this game? And if you can, I think you win the game. Hey, you can always catch the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, wherever you get podcasts. It's also on YouTube. The Fayetteville Auto Park's been in business for 25 years. And why is that, Chuck?
Because they keep treating people right. Great selection of automobiles, Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota, Silverado pickups, my personal favorite. But it really is the way they treat you when the sale's done. That's what keeps you coming
Trust,
back.
relationships,
That's right.
top-tier service.
That's
That'll
right.
keep you in business for 25 years. The Fayetteville Auto Park, where you drive with confidence. You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because
that's
we don't
all I
want
wanted to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time Hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Truck Month is here at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, and the savings are big. Get up to $12,000 off new Silverados, up to $8,000 off Chevy 2500s, and up to $5,000 off Chevy Colorado. That's real money back in your pocket. Plus more inventory, more discounts, and better service than anywhere else in Northwest Arkansas. Stop by today and see Chris, Mark, and Denver at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
Know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm right. I'm
yes?
no, Arthur. I'm right. I am right. Go look at it. Go look it up. Do the research and then come back.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's important to be right.
Well, it's important to feel good. You know, that's the thing. And being right feels good. I mean, at the end of the day, I think most of us are trying to get it right. And so that means
that's true.
that, you know, your effort paid off. But it's when you can't realize you didn't, you know, and then you kind of sell out on that.
You're wrong, but you're convinced you're right.
Or you're just trying to be right and not get it right.
Yeah.
And, you know, that happens to all of us. And, you know, I mean, it's, you know, a lot of years of watching Oprah, Dr. Phil. And,
Dr. Phil.
You know, just trying to get right.
Yeah.
We're brought to you in part by First Security Bank, the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show. Banking better all over Arkansas. How do you do that? More convenient locations and friendly local Arkansas folks ready to greet you and help you with a smile on your face. At the end of the day, business comes down to customer service. And it's just great to have people like we have at First Security Bank doing that every day. First Security Bank, member FDIC, fsbank.com. You can check them out online. It's 7:35 on a Friday morning. Walk-Ons is open at 9 a.m. tomorrow for breakfast. Getting ready for the game, 11:45. So I feel pretty good about this game, but I think all Arkansas fans have seen so many close losses that, you know, it's hard to have confidence. And if you're a player, you know, it's not the same, but you've said it a few times. They did make a change, and we're 2 games into that change. But for these players, you know, they have carried 5 losses. I think Petrino did a good job a great job when he was named the interim, basically saying, hey, we're ripping the rearview mirror off. I'm not holding anything against you you've done so far. Let's go get it right now. Let's put your best plays, your resume together, put it on film for your future. Everybody's future will be determined based on what you're doing on tape the rest of the way. And I know that's a great way to sort of move this thing forward. And when you look at the last 2 games, a combined 6 points and 2 losses, 2 3-point losses. If they give the same effort they've given the last couple of weeks, I think they go win this game. I saw a tweet from Brett McMurphy, by the way. Worst records against power conference teams since 2024. Purdue 0-15, Oklahoma State 1-14, Kentucky 1-12, Mississippi State 1-12. Listen to some of these teams. Florida State 2-13. Maryland 3-12, Wisconsin 3-12, Wisconsin 3-12, Auburn 3-11, Wake Forest 3-9, Arizona 4-11, Michigan State 4-11, UCF 4-11, Arkansas 4-10. Auburn's had more losses or less wins against Power 4 competition since 2024 than Arkansas has.
It's tough to win those games. They're hard games. And when you're not, you know, at your best, you're generally going to lose. You know, when you talk about this game, though, you know, as it relates to tomorrow's game, I think you're exactly right. You know, when Petrino came in, he did talk about putting your resume on tape and finding essentially something to play for. You know, and that's you know what you've got to do in a situation like the one they were in. I think now, though, what he said on his radio show Wednesday night is the message. If you will continue to do things the way you are doing, if you will come practice every day with effort and enthusiasm, there will be a payoff. He said it emphatically. The question now is, how long can you get your players to play like that without winning a game? You've got to win a game. There's got to be the payoff. But so far, he's done a very good job of convincing these guys, if you'll keep doing what you're doing, what you've done the last couple of weeks, if you'll keep competing, we're going to win a football game.
Does it feel Pollyannish to say this, to dream with me? And I know, you got to put it in context here, but Chuck, if they go win this game, they're going to have a little momentum going into Mississippi State they haven't had. And then you expect them to have a great chance to win that game. Then you have a bye week, and you're going to LSU. And LSU, who knows where they'll be by then.
That's the magic of winning. It makes everything seem possible.
And you're going to go in there and you're going to feel like you have a chance to win the game, and you go win a game like that on the road, and I'm getting way ahead of ourselves, but that's just looking at it from what momentum can do for you.
Well, that's the power of a win. When you win a ball game, you figure out all the ways you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. And when you lose a ball game, everything seems hopeless.
LSU is hosting Texas A&M this week. Then they have a bye week, and then they play Alabama before Arkansas comes to town. They may very well lose their next 2 games. They could very well be in a 3-game losing streak when Arkansas gets there. Or they could beat Alabama and, Arkansas ends up being a trap game for them. But I don't think they're going to beat Alabama. I don't think they're going to beat A&M.
They'll be hard-pressed to beat either one of them.
And this thing, you could actually get on a little bit of a run here. I would not be shocked.
Got to win tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow for sure. John's in Hamburg. John, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I'd be remiss before I talked about the Razorbacks if I didn't mention that the best running back in the state of Arkansas, Nikel Lewis, is on the field again tonight for the Hamburg Lions after a paid workout last week, 11 carries, 149, and 4 touchdowns. Against CrossFit, we got Star City. It's going to be a similar outcome. So if you're in the area, come watch him play. He's on record to set the all-time leading rushing stat and rushing yards in the state of Arkansas. Great back. I want to touch on basketball right quick. I just want to make mention. I've not been excited about a basketball team like this probably for 30 years. I think about this team defensively with Trevin Brazile, Carter Knox, DJ, Billy Richmond, and Nick Pringle, and I just think teams trying to score points the last 5 minutes of basketball games are going to have a lot of trouble. So extremely excited about that, to get that underway. I look for Trevin Brazile to maybe be one of the best players in the country, and if he is, it's always good to have the best player, and when he's the biggest player, I think that is a good thing to have that guy on your team. But guys, football, I think the court. I've always thought Taylor Green kind of reminded me of Matt Jones. His ability, very close, run the football, probably throws the football better. The thing with Matt Jones, I always thought Matt Jones, regardless if he was a little volatile, I always felt like he was going to figure out how to win the game. It didn't matter if he turned it over, if he struggled throwing the football. I thought that he was going to figure out how to win the game. And I feel like tomorrow, if we're talking Monday about a win, Taylor Green is going to figure out how to win this game for us tomorrow, even with the defense struggling like they've struggled. I feel like if we win the football game Monday, it's going to be because of what Taylor Green did or didn't do. And I'm agree with y'all. I think if we win tomorrow, we're going to win 3 to 4 football games down the stretch. So just like to hear y'all's comments on that, and y'all have a great weekend.
I think that's always true of Arkansas right now. That's the way they're designed. That's Taylor Green, Bobby Petrino, the offense. They're dynamic offensively. But I love what I saw last week in the running game. And I think
they've run the ball
really
well the
wants
last
to
2 weeks.
establish the run. I mean, he knows how important that is, and I expect him to do that again. Chuck, listen, my feeling on this game, and I told you I didn't feel good about the A&M game. My feeling on this game, I think Arkansas wins, and they win by more than one score.
I can tell. I can feel your confidence across the room.
I just think people look at Arkansas's defense and immediately think that anybody's going to score points on them, and I don't necessarily believe that to be true. Let's go look at the offensives that have put up a lot of points on them. I mean, those guys are loaded with talent. Auburn's not loaded with talent offensively. They've had trouble having explosive plays. This is a get right game for Arkansas's defense. I realize their deficiencies, and I realize they don't have Cam Ball. But the amount of times that they've been able to get a team in third and long have been few and far between. That could happen some this week.
You got to get a turnover, man.
That's how you get it.
Auburn's given up a lot of sacks this year. If Arkansas's defense shows dramatic improvement tomorrow. They'll stop the run first, and then they'll get after the quarterback, and they'll get a sack or two. Lost yardage plays have not been their forte. They've got a chance to do some of that tomorrow. But now, let me say this. For all the deficiencies of Jackson Arnold, Auburn has been able to turn and hand the football to their running backs and pick up yardage. And that's been Arkansas's, that's been their problem on defense, is they cannot stop the run. And that to me, particularly with a wet football tomorrow, who runs the ball the best? Auburn's done a good job stopping the run. These teams that have beaten them have been good teams, and they've not put an abundance of points on the board and winning. So I don't know that we need to plan on Arkansas just lighting the scoreboard up tomorrow. But neither do I think that Auburn's going to run all over the Razorback defense the way some of the others have. Hey, let me pause, talk about WT Equipment for a second. Family-owned business. Love talking about them. Locally operated equipment and implement dealership. They've got 8 locations across Arkansas, and they are proud Hog fans too. They're going to be rooting just like the rest of us tomorrow. They're known for their top-notch service, and there's a reason for that, because if you've done business with them, you know that that really is what's kept them around as long as they've been around. They've also got a full lineup of trusted brands, New Holland, Hustler, Steel, the legendary Bobcat. Whether it's your farm, the job site, or just the land around your house, WT Equipment has what hardworking Arkansans need. Log on today, WTEquip.com, and let's get to work. I could be mistaken, but I did read it.
It's pretty even.
It could have been incorrect, but I did read it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Football season's here, and Flight by Yuengling is the light beer built for game days. Tastes like a Yuengling, but it's a light beer, and only 95 calories. Flight raises the bar for what a light beer should be, and now it comes in a 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle and skinny cans. Perfect for tailgates, watch parties, or just kicking back after the game. Pick it up at your favorite store or ask your bartender. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call.
The Razorback Raffle is back. This raffle is a new and exciting way to support Razorback athletics, whether you're inside Razorback Stadium or calling the Hogs anywhere in the great state of Arkansas. Our inaugural raffle jackpots grew to nearly $500,000 last spring. Now you can be our next big winner, even if you're not in the stadium. Get your raffle ticket purchased to have a chance to win big right now at RazorbackRaffle.com.
When is the last time you thought, Oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I am not a planner, and that's the problem.
How does that, this may be a little personal, sorry. How does that work in married life if you're not a planner?
Well, evidently not well.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Rod's on I-40.
He's cruising.
Maybe he could give Hugh Freeze a vote of confidence. Hey, Rod, good morning.
Yes, sir. I'd like to give Mr. Freeze a dreaded vote of confidence. I think he's got one foot in the grave and one on a banana peel.
That's not a vote of confidence.
That sounds like he's got a pretty good defensive coordinator. I'm just saying, throwing it out there that he might need a job at the end of the year. As long as we keep the plays in front of us and make them short, just 4 yards, first down, 8.5 minutes, line up on the 12, and one pass to the back of the end zone, Omega Blake. Just keep their offense off the field. That's the best play our defense can be, is sitting on the bench, don't you think?
Well, yeah, that's always helpful. Like when your defense isn't playing great, keeping the ball is part of it. I think they've done that. This is the easiest way to say this is the worst of the three teams they've played on offense. And again, I expect the defense to play, I think, better than it sounds like most people do. And you say, well, why do you think that? Well, I think it has a little bit to do with Auburn, and I think the defensive performances that Arkansas has had has a little bit to do with who they've been playing as well. They have some deficiencies, but this is, if there's ever going to be a get-right game for the defense, the rest of the way, it may be Texas, but this is that game. Andy in Bentonville. Hey, Andy.
Good morning, gentlemen. All right. I'm going to flip the switch a little bit here. Might anger some of your normal regular callers, but I went to the Bentonville-Rogers game last night.
Yeah.
And I am a Tiger, and it was a 31-28 game, and it was one of the best high school games I've ever been to. My gosh, those kids can score, like, at will. And I guess there's two receivers for Bentonville that are going to be Hogs, I presume. And they didn't get a lot of numbers last night, but there's over 800 yards last night of total offense for both teams. One hell of a game.
Yeah.
But, Bo, the main reason I called, you brought up a word the other day that I almost wrecked my car. You brought up the word Tabata. And you know what that is, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Well, I think, you need to have Bart maybe, get it back in that room and do some Tabata push-ups, and maybe on that third set, you can explain it to the audience after I get off the phone here, what exactly Tabata is, and have him do some push-ups here and see how he's feeling after the third round.
Yeah, Bart's strong. He could do it. It is it wears on you. Tabata.
Oh,
is,
it wears.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. You get in that third round of anything on Tabata, people, anyway, that's 8 rounds of 20 seconds, people, 10-second rest in between. Anyway, thanks, God, and the Hogs win tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
There you go. He just explained it. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Go hard for 20 seconds, 10 seconds off. Chuck, I kind of live my life Tabata. Like 20 seconds hard, 10 seconds off on about everything.
I do 10 seconds hard, 20 seconds off. I do the opposite.
Hey, that works too.
Yeah.
That works too. It's a great place to start. You just never really know what's going to happen on this show. But that was a heck of a high school game last night.
Apparently so. 31-28, 800 yards of total offense.
Rogers has scored, 70 points maybe twice this year. They got a quarterback that you just can't find, and he can run all over the place. He can throw it all over the place. And Bentonville's Jody Grant's done a heck of a job with that program. Varsity Vibe Arkansas, the bulletin is out today. If you're not getting the email, you should be. If you care anything about high school sports in Arkansas, go to Varsity Vibe Arkansas. Just click the subscribe button, put your email in there. It's free, and you'll get the newsletter twice a week. The Varsity Vibe podcast is out, and all over social media, Varsity Vibe AR. There's a bunch of highlights on there. Bentonville scored late to win the game.
I want to see the highlight of Alyssa getting trucked.
And then Alyssa gets trucked.
That's what I want to see.
Absolutely gets trucked at the Greenwood game. Alyssa Orange is the sports director for Varsity Vibe.
She's the franchise. You can't let that
Greg
happen.
Cook was 5 feet away from her. When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit gopaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Need help growing your brand with strategy and creativity? At Vanquish Marketing, the mission is simple. Help businesses grow with clarity, kindness, and excellence. They don't just run ads or manage campaigns. They come alongside brands as a true partner. By creating data-driven marketing funnels and building strategies that scale, they equip their clients for long-term success. Guided by their core values, they know growth is about more than transactions. It's about people. Visit vanquish.marketing to jumpstart your brand today.
Chris in Fayetteville. You're on the news, weather, information station.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, we're full service, baby.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What are you going to do today, Chuck? Oh, I'm going to go sit in one of those chairs at the mall and relax.
I had that done one time, and I swear I had no skin on my neck, the back. I mean, it was horrible. It's the worst experience of my life.
What's that?
You know, when you go in the mall and you get in that chair and they rub you down, you know, and they give you this was like years ago. This was years ago.
I was talking about the actual massage chair, like the electronic one.
No, I don't do that. Maybe I go to a different mall than you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
They work extremely hard. They put it all out there on the field, and that's why you feel so bad when you don't get that W. But like I told them, just keep with it, keep working hard. Hard work, dedication pays off, and we're ready for it to pay off, that's for sure.
And aren't we all? Let's go.
Yeah, let's have a payoff.
Let's go. It's Friday, day before the game, 11:45. It's rainy. Be careful when you're out and about. Pay attention. We got distracted driving going on. I don't know if you've noticed this. And I'm not saying I'm not guilty of it, but man, especially when it's raining, you got to pay attention. I mean, I didn't used to see this, but I swear I feel like I see a wreck a day.
Well, when I pull out of the parking lot here, I feel like I'm going to be involved in one every day. I'm hoping they get this construction done out here soon.
It is dicey. The whole middle lane situation is dicey.
It is.
It's just so dangerous. It's just hard to
this whole situation out here.
Well, the whole middle lane thing. If you're in Fayetteville, you know what I'm talking about. Springdale, Northwest Arkansas. I mean, it is. I think we need to come to grips with that. We are going to be in a construction zone in Northwest Arkansas for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Maybe our kids will enjoy something different, but maybe when Bennett is 15 years from now, when Bennett's driving, maybe.
He can pull right into the McDonald's down the street.
Navigate, and
should be done by the time he drives.
Construction, but I know it's all over the state, but just we just need to come to grips with that's how life's going to be.
As long as it moves from right in front of our studio.
Yeah, that's the big thing. It's in our backyard right now. That's the problem.
It's one lane both ways.
This reminds me of how Razorback fans feel on the regular now, because it's just been going on for so long. It wears on you. It wears on you. There's an accumulation effect here, a cumulative effect of losing, no matter how tight the game is, that has just gone on and on and on, and you're ready for it to be over with.
Well, I was thinking about how, when you drive, and as we drive College Avenue every day, there's about every fifth day, I think, something's got to be done about this. I mean, this is inexcusable.
I'm wearing off on Chuck.
And I think as fans, every fourth or fifth game, it's like, I just can't take this anymore. Somebody's got to do something about this. I mean, you just have this surge, and it's like, this must be fixed now, and somebody's got to pay.
Yeah, well,
and it is Bart. Bart's rubbing off on me.
I mean, just imagine how much better it's going to feel, though, if Arkansas can get this win on Saturday.
It'll be nice when it's
you're
done.
In the construction zone.
Oh, it'll be nice. It's going to be so nice when it's finished.
I've got some good thoughts here today. At least I've got some good thoughts. Good morning. It's 8:05. Walk-Ons is serving breakfast tomorrow. They're open at 9. You can get in there early before the game. If you're looking for something, you're coming into town. A bunch of hotels over there by Walk-Ons at 49 in Weddington and Fayetteville. There's Walk-Ons all over the state, but you can get in there early tomorrow. And hey, if you get there at 8:30, I'll bet you they'll let you in and pour you a flight by Yuengling. I don't know. I mean, I would never admit this, but I mean, if I was going to have an 8:30 beer on a Saturday morning, a flight by Yuengling would be the way to go. And maybe I could give you a personal endorsement on that, an actual endorsement. Maybe I can't, but just trust me. I think you'll be okay. You'll be okay. If you've been up all night, is it really early in the morning? Like if you work the night shift, you know what I mean? I think we just get this whole thing. People get all mixed up on their times. We don't worry about it. It's Saturday. It's game day. I mean, get ready to go. You're tailgating. If it was a 6:45 game and you had a beer at 8:30, 3 hours and 15 minutes before kickoff. Is anybody going to say anything to you? No. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
This is a judgment-free zone.
Brewed from America's oldest brewery. It's the OG of breweries. The next generation of light beer tastes like a Yuengling, but it's only 95 calories. Here's Petrino on the Auburn defense, by the way.
They're a good defense. It's a tremendous challenge for us. They've got a good defensive front. Their linebackers are fast and can run. Secondary-wise, they've got experience from last year. They got a couple new guys and a couple young guys that we've got to be able to exploit. But they play well together and they're very well coached.
So that's the defensive challenge. That's the strength of Auburn's team. And I like Arkansas to be able to take care of that defense like they have the other ones. I think they'll be good on offense tomorrow.
No, we'll see.
The rain could be an X factor.
I mean, there's reason to believe Arkansas will be able to run the ball based on what we've seen the last couple of weeks. But I'll go back again to Auburn's lost some games, but you look at who they've played and how many points the other side's actually scored. They've lost some close defensive battles, and I don't think it's going to be a defensive battle tomorrow, just for the record. But I don't think it's going to be a pushover either.
You want to do dueling weather apps here, hour-by-hour forecast?
Let's do it.
Okay, well, today...
Which one do you have?
I've got the Weather Channel that you guys don't like.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Right now we're in a 76% chance of rain.
WeatherBug?
Should I go WeatherBug or AccuWeather?
I've got AccuWeather pulled up.
All right, well, then I'll go WeatherBug.
All right, I'm just going to tell you this. It's supposed to rain all day today, okay? Yeah. I'm going to give you that. Like, we can just get that out of the way. Starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow, 53%. Hour by hour, 45, 52. Noon, it's 54% chance of rain, 42%, 35% at 2, 47% at 3. It sounds like it's going to be raining in Fayetteville, but maybe not, a torrential, severe storm situation.
I don't see anything that mentions lightning. I think we're just going to have rain.
It's just going to be rain. I don't believe these are going to turn into thunderstorms.
I show 50% at noon on the WeatherBug, 60% at 1, 50% at 2, and 55% at 3.
See, you're a little higher rain chance. Yeah. How's the wind? The wind here is about 10 to 11 miles an hour.
the wind's the big.
That's not a big. It's not like gusting big. It looks like 10 to 11 miles an hour.
Well, it's not going as fast as
I wanted.
AccuWeather says
goes
fast.
AccuWeather says 12.
You got a new phone.
12 mile per hour wind, max wind gusts 27 miles an hour.
Yeah, see, that's the details that we don't have at the Weather Channel. Those are the
99% cloud cover.
You got it.
In case you're wondering.
Yeah, you're on it there. By the way, Breaking Bart debuted last night. They premiered it at 7:00. The whole world stopped. I think the high school football games delayed.
They paused.
The 7:00 kickoffs they had last night for 11 minutes, from what I'm told.
Yeah.
Man.
They had 10 minutes for Bart and 1 minute for the anthem. Hey, whoever the PA guy is at Fayetteville, I stopped by the FHS volleyball game last night.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the first volleyball game I've ever been to at any level that I can remember.
Really?
Maybe kids, but high school, college, whatever. Olympics.
You may be one ahead of me.
I've seen it. I've watched it quite a bit. I played volleyball, growing up like we all have, at the beach or in the pool or whatever.
Yeah, we did a lot of beach volleyball.
But this is different, obviously different volleyball. Yeah. Chuck watches the 2-on-2 beach volleyball religiously during the Olympics. We look forward to those reports coming ahead on the show. But the PA guy, and I'm sorry I don't know his name, and I should find out, because this guy, this is truly a one-man band.
This is a pretty good story.
So you start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. It's the fastest Pledge of Allegiance I've ever heard. And then he says, "Remove your caps now, please, for the singing of the national anthem." And immediately belts into the anthem.
He sings it himself.
While standing.
Stand up while I sing the anthem.
He's making the announcement. Now, here's Bo to sing the national anthem. And I just start, he should have introduced himself.
Yeah, he should have.
My name's John Doe, and he's singing the anthem.
Would you please stand?
And then he sits down and tears into the starting lineups. He's playing the music.
He does it all.
Like, this is incredible.
He's president of the Booster Club, too, probably. I mean, he's just the guy.
And I was thinking, if Bart ever has another career, that's it, because it reminded me of Bart.
Get out of my way. I know what I'm doing here. Just let me do it. Let me do it.
I mean, I think Bart could officiate the game, call the game, do the anthem, play the music, blow the, like all of it. He could do it right there from the scores table.
If Bart officiated the game, he'd fire himself during the course of the game.
Did you see Bart, like he'd do the face palm at some point and be like, that was a terrible call. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just announce it to the crowd.
That's funny.
I apologize for that mistake.
That would be a good
That was a tough call, but a great call.
job for
Bart comments on himself.
Yeah, yeah.
That was close, but it's out.
Well, Bart, let me tell you what just happened.
It's 8:12. If you're looking for steaks, plainviewbeef.com. Plainviewbeef.com has the cleanest meat, wheatgrass fed, but more than that, they put a lot into what they do with their cattle to give you nutrient-packed beef. Great protein, great creatine. If you use Chuck and Bo, the promo code, what do you get, Bart?
You get beef sticks.
And how good are those beef sticks?
They're very good.
They'll get you through 18 holes.
That's right.
They'll
They
get
come
you
in
through
handy
a
on
road
the golf
trip.
course.
They'll get you through, that snack you need in the middle of the afternoon when you're caught between lunch and dinner, and it's not heavy and it's not going to weigh you down and it's not sugary. No preservatives. It's clean. You're going to get 10 grams of protein in each beef stick. You get 12 of them free, and they taste great. They're not chewy. They're easy to eat. You get 12 free when you use the code Chuck and Bo. Plainviewbeef.com. You can get half a dozen strips for $99, a half a dozen fillets for $120. Come right to your door. Plainviewbeef.com. It's 8:13. Good morning.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eyes. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Today's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
been brain dead for 2 days. Well, some people would argue much longer.
Well,
but I mean,
it's
if
been,
by my
it's been
own
noticeable.
personal standards.
It's been noticeable,
Yeah.
really, the
I
last
know,
couple
it's
of
just
days.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Let's talk about Alabama, the state of Alabama, for a second before we get to Bart's Locks. This all stemmed from, the FBI conversation yesterday and the arrest and the things being said and the politics of it all. And Chuck made a comment.
Wait, no. Do not. I will walk out of this room like Bart. You turn this into a political deal and I'm gone.
No.
I'm just telling you right now.
No. You made a comment that, like the kinds of comments that are happening on. Well, yeah, let's turn it into political.
You're on shaky ground right now.
Okay. Well, you wanted to talk about the state of Alabama.
No, I didn't. We were just talking in the room. I did not want to talk about any of this.
I thought we were going to talk about it. Well, anyhow, we got a bunch of coaches and players and Paul Feinbaum running for office in Alabama.
A.J. McCarron running for lieutenant governor, former Alabama and NFL quarterback.
Tommy Tuberville.
Well, he's already
for governor.
Yep.
And potentially Paul Feinbaum for U.S. Senate.
And who else?
And Bruce Pearl.
Well, not in Alabama, but Derek Dooley.
Derek Dooley's in Georgia.
Right next door.
Derek Dooley's in Georgia, and Todd Graham's in Arizona. And I'm on shaky ground with Chuck.
What a world.
It's 8:19. Let's move along. We're going to go to Bart's Locks. Get me out of here. I can't have Chuck like.
No,
I got a foot in the banana. Well, I
here?
don't think I was doing what you thought I was doing.
Okay, all right.
But regardless, it's time for Bart's Locks. Bart's, what do you have?
Okay, so we got 3 more games this week. We are going to start in the Big 12, a big matchup in the Big 12. BYU is at Iowa State. The Cyclones are a 2.5-point favorite. This is not going to be a play on BYU for me as much as it's a play against Iowa State. I am just not a believer in Iowa State at all. Have not been all season. BYU 7-0. The Big 12's only getting one team in the college football playoff. I think everybody realizes that. So if BYU wants to be that team, they need to keep winning. There are probably 5 teams in that league who are all about the same, fighting for spots in the Big 12 championship game to get that automatic berth. BYU and their quarterback, Bear Bachmeier, who wears number 47, which is frankly an insult to the game of football.
Wow.
What's
the
horrible.
story behind that?
I think
it had to be like his dad or granddad.
No, I
or
think he played defense and he wore number 47 and just kept it, or something like that.
It does look weird. I mean, it looks really weird.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
I mean,
at all.
if you're number 47,
it's hard for me to take BYU seriously. That tells you just how much I do not believe in Iowa State. The Locks 6-1 the past 2 years when picking Big 12 games. So we're going with BYU plus 2.5.
You're like a Big 12 save.
Plus 2.5.
Seer.
BYU plus 2.5.
Savant.
Yeah, that's the word.
Vanderbilt and Missouri. Vandy, a 3-point favorite at home. This is their first game as a top 10 team since 1947. 1947, the last time Vanderbilt played a game ranked in the top 10.
That's just like the Bears jersey number.
That's exactly right. Mizzou has been awful against top 10 teams. Since joining the SEC, they are 1-18 in games played against top 10 teams. They beat all the teams that I guess they're supposed to beat, and then when they run into good teams, they struggle. I picked both of these teams last week. Both teams covered. This week, we go with Vanderbilt. The doors are hot. They are rolling. I am a believer. I think they are legitimate college football playoff contenders.
Holy cow.
They are going to keep winning. They are a good team.
Listen to that.
Give me Vandy -3.
Vandy not only is picking Vandy, he's picking them to cover 3 points.
Second week in a row. Mm-hmm. Second week in a row.
Is Mizzou a fraud?
See, I got to be honest. Last week when he picked Vandy to cover LSU, I'm thinking, Bart, you're stepping over the edge.
Yourself.
Yeah, you're stepping over the edge.
You're
That's
believing
right.
your own
you're
newspaper
a little
clippings.
Too confident.
Yep, you're believing your own headlines.
But by God, they did it. And so you got to give him credit. You got to give Bart credit. But,
Oh my gosh, he did it!
I got to tell you that
Against the world, against the odds.
I think you're getting a little too aggressive again.
Yeah.
But you may be right.
Yeah.
I think Vanderbilt is just flat out better than Mizzou. I expect him to win the game and cover the
If
spread.
Hugh Freeze had Bart's confidence,
I know.
If only, maybe he'd have a chance.
The Auburn fans would be convinced
they would be
they were going to
convinced.
win the game tomorrow.
But he doesn't. He doesn't.
Last game, Ole Miss is at
There's
Oklahoma.
more.
The Sooners are a 6-point favorite, and I just got to ask, what is going on here? What I think this is totally wrong. I think this is a bad spread, a bad number. I think the wrong team, frankly, is favored in this game. I don't know why everybody is such a big believer in Oklahoma. When you look
Go to
at
the research.
When you look at who they've
Go to
played,
the. Did you see the way casually reached for the data?
Pulled the folder out.
You got a spreadsheet.
Pulled the
over
folder
there.
out. Took the paper clip off. Started rustling papers.
Illinois State, Michigan, Temple, Auburn, Kent State, Texas, South Carolina. We are not talking about a murderer's row of opponents there. They have not played anybody. Their schedule gets dramatically more difficult starting this week. Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama, Missouri, LSU, they might lose every one of those games. I think OU is really good defensively. I do not trust their offense. I think Ole Miss is going to make plays against John Mateer. I think Ole Miss is not going to just cover the spread. They're going to win the game outright. Lane Kiffin hasn't lost back-to-back games since the 2022 season. He's a really good coach. This Ole Miss team is really, really good. They should have beat Georgia last week. I think they're going to come out with their hair on fire. I think they're going to take it to the Sooners. And now it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a four-quarter game because
Four-quarter game.
Oklahoma's
Two chin
defense
straps.
is really good. But I just think Ole Miss is a much better team than Oklahoma. And frankly, I think Lane Kiffin is 10 times the coach that Brent Venables is. Kiffin's going to have them ready to go. I like the Rebels to win and keep rolling towards a potential berth in the SEC championship game and the college football playoff. Ole Miss +6.
Anytime somebody delivers a pick in the way that you just did, there's only one thing for me to do. I mean, I'm in. What's the money line? Give me the money line. I'm going to bet it right now.
I'm just going to hand my money over to you,
I'm going
Bart.
in right now. I mean,
Ole Miss +165 on the money line.
+165. I wish it was more, but I'll take it. +165.
That right there, that tells me
I'm
that
in.
the +6 is a bad number.
Yeah.
The
but
money
I'm
line
going,
being that low,
listen,
considering what the spread is.
Is your lock that they cover, or is your lock that they win?
My lock is that they cover.
Because you don't have to get to win your lock.
Well, we're just picking spreads
we
on the
have
locks
to win
this
my
year
bet.
to keep it simple.
Because the way that you delivered that, I mean, I would have, if you handed me some poisonous Kool-Aid right now, I would have drank it.
I'm ready to put
I
$1,000
mean,
on it.
$1,000. I mean, let's go. Let's go. What time's the game?
That's an 11 a.m.
That's
kick in Norman.
I mean, that's going to make
Well,
or
you know
break
what's a big
the whole
game?
weekend
I mean,
for
it's
me.
a big game, 11 a.m.
Yeah, well, that's
So,
right. That's exactly right.
Spread's wrong. Start at 11.
I'm going to tell you right now, Bart. Okay, I'm going to bet the game. I'm trying to figure out how much. And I was thinking about working Blakeman's into this again. I was thinking about if Bart wins me money, I can get him something at Blakeman's. But I gotta invest here. I mean, he was. Have you heard him more passionate about any pick all year?
He's betting his watch. The watch that you got,
Yeah,
he's betting the watch on Ole Miss.
We got him, but
well,
yeah, I mean,
So-
I put your name on the
Yeah,
card.
thanks.
You're on there from Chuck Ambo. Company stationery.
Just like Christmas.
Yeah. It is where you celebrate life's great moments, though, at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. But they are more than just jewelry, because really behind the jewelry, the timepieces, is always a story. And it's about your journey, your stories, your celebrations, your milestones. And that's what they love to celebrate at Blakeman. And they love to celebrate with you and hear about that journey. Stop by today. Check out their amazing store. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, Pinnacle Hills Parkway in Rogers. Anything else you want to add? You want to recap real quick?
Yeah, we can recap.
Yeah.
So we've got.
I mean, I'm just lost on the old man. I mean, you were so I mean,
I'm thinking about all the money I'm going to
Are you doing hot yoga? Do you feel connected to Lane Kiffin? Did you start hot yoga?
No, didn't start hot yoga. I just think Lane is a very good coach. What he's done at Ole Miss has, frankly, never been done there before. If they win 10 or more games this year, he'll become the first coach in Ole Miss history to win 10 or more games in 4 out of 5 years. Only one other coach has ever won 10 or more games 4 times at Ole Miss.
And who would that be?
That's the guy whose name is on the stadium.
Johnny Vaught?
Johnny Vaught, yeah. So, I'm a huge believer in this particular Ole Miss team, not a big believer in Oklahoma and the schedule they've played and what they've showed. So, BYU plus 2.5, Vanderbilt -3, Ole Miss plus 6.
Hey.
Number 47.
Proceed with caution, but proceed with confidence. See, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Truck Month is here at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, and the savings are big. Get up to $12,000 off new Silverados, up to $8,000 off Chevy 2500s, and up to $5,000 off Chevy Colorado. That's real money back in your pocket. Plus more inventory, more discounts, and better service than anywhere else in Northwest Arkansas. Stop by today and see Chris Mark in Denver at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
if you enjoy fake AI generated stories,
I do,
and getting scammed on the internet, Facebook is for you.
That's what I like. That's what I want.
Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, we got breakfast from Walk-Ons. Chuck's one bite in, the eggs all over them. They're
An
open at
exploding
9
egg.
a.m. tomorrow. It's the best breakfast slider you're ever going to have in your
man.
life. And I was like, I'll just wait till the next break. And Chuck's like, oh, I'm not. And but boy, he's one bite in, the eggs all over him, and he's already feeling better. Zach Gillum is. He feels better kind of daily because of where he is located at the beautiful Oaklawn Resort. And in the sports book, there's the VP of Racing and Wagering at Oaklawn. We love going to Oaklawn. Can't wait to get back there soon. We got the racing season coming up, the first racing season, December 12th. But we got games to talk about today. Zach, good morning. Thanks for hopping on, as always.
Yeah, good morning, guys. How's everybody doing?
Well, I'm doing great because I'm in the middle of placing a bet at Oaklawn Sports. Ole Miss money line. Bart is very high on Ole Miss at Oklahoma. He says the wrong team is favored in the game. Thoughts?
Oh, that is very interesting. I felt that way about a few games last week. I was right on one, wrong on the other. So we'll see how it works out this week. But we'll kick it off with that game. Ole Miss right now a 6-point underdog. Looking at the main number, so Oklahoma -6. As you pointed out, this is in Oklahoma. Total at 52.5.
So Zach, when you're a 6-point dog, is Ole Miss 165 plus 165 on the money line? Is that a low money line for being a 6-point favorite? Should that tell me anything?
Not necessarily. You can definitely look at that to try and find some type of correlation. Typically, the markets are going to be priced and they're going to be directly correlated. As action comes in, there is some instances where that money line could be a little better or worse than the spread, just depending on how you look at it. But that's going to be based on action that came in.
Okay.
Hey, I got a question about the Razorbacks. Well, we were talking a little earlier, and Bo brought up correctly that Arkansas fans are a little more confident maybe than they were a couple 3 weeks ago. Is that reflected in the wagering?
I feel like it was last week. Tennessee was a game where we saw some mixed action, maybe even a little heavier on Tennessee. Last week, we saw a little bit of different action. It was coming in on Arkansas. And then this week, it has definitely been on Arkansas. The line opened at some places with Auburn being the favorite. It quickly moved and flipped to Arkansas being the favorite, but it's continued to go Arkansas's direction. It is now Razorbacks -2.5, total at 56.
Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken, did they open the week as the underdog by a point or a point and a half? Let's talk about the line movement all week on this game.
Yeah, they did. They opened as a slight dog. It flipped over very quickly, though. So Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon, when books started posting this, Arkansas was a 1.5 point dog, depending on where you looked. But by Sunday night, we had Arkansas as the favorite, as did most others. And then they just continued to move that direction. They stayed 1.5 for the first few days of the week. But this morning, all the way to 2.5 now. And I do not think across the nation it's quite as heavy as we are. But as of now, all the action here with us on Arkansas.
What's the total again in this game?
The total right now is at 56.
56. That kind of lines up with what you were thinking. 30-something, 20-something game. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
And does the rain, when rain's in the forecast, can that move a total? Like if it comes out of nowhere?
It definitely can. They're typically, if it comes out of nowhere,
not like on game day. I'm just saying, like by Thursday, all of a sudden it's like, oh, the weather's going to be bad.
Absolutely. No, there's people that sit there and they really watch for weather, whether it's football or baseball. I mean, the Cubs, a lot of times you won't see a total post for the game till the day of the game because we need to know which direction the wind's going to blow. It's things like that. You'll see NFL particularly. Bills games, I feel like every year there's at least one of them where they're playing in a winter wonderland blizzard and the total is drastically affected. I mean, that's an extreme case, but you do see the total change. We saw it last week with Arkansas with the weather expected, even though we ended up delaying the game and had nice weather. That did affect the total a bit, based in my opinion, because it started about 61.5 and dropped down into the 50s.
What are some other games that you find interesting this weekend, Zach?
Yeah, there's a couple other really good SEC matchups. You have Missouri going to Vanderbilt after Vanderbilt getting that nice win against LSU. We all talked about how fun it was to see Vandy as a favorite hosting a top 10 team, an SEC team at that, LSU, getting the victory, won by a touchdown. So this week they host Missouri. Vanderbilt is a 3-point favorite currently. Now that line is kind of teetering between 2.5 and 3, and you can see that based on the odds. So right now at -3 on Vandy, you're getting plus 102. But if you go down to 2.5, minus 117. So it's kind of right there in between. Pick your poison. Most people with Vandy are going to move that down to 2.5 and give up a little bit of juice. But if you think they're comfortably better than Missouri, you might want to give up that field goal and get even money, a little better than even money.
I've just got this image at Oaklawn of Zach. I mean, the games are getting meaningful right now. He's walking through, and people are, hey, Zach, what do you think's going to happen this weekend? Or, Zach, what's the money doing this week? What's it? I'm sure that happens to you during the day, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that's definitely something. People are curious. They want to know. Everybody has their own theory and method and what they're looking for, what information they think is valuable. And in certain ways, all of it can be valuable. But I'll just tell you this, Chuck. I don't know who's going to win this weekend. If I did, I'd probably be on a beach somewhere. I don't know that you guys would know where I was.
Zach. Bart sounded really confident. Do you think I made a good bet, Zach? Like should I have taken the cover? I just wanted. He said they're going to win the game outright. I thought there's some value in the money line, and I just, I put my mortgage on it.
Hey, I like it. Yeah, no, well, I don't know about putting your mortgage on anything over there. That's why we got the dollar minimum.
Yeah,
but kidding. Bart's been pretty sharp from what I've seen this year, so I wouldn't shy away from it. And I never am going to talk someone off betting an underdog outright. I think in the long term, that's probably the right play. You need to find some of those dogs to capitalize on the odds. There is another good top 20 matchup going to mention: Texas A&M, LSU. This is in Louisiana. Texas a 2.5-point favorite in that matchup. And then World Series, don't forget, starts tonight, Game 1, Dodgers and the Blue Jays. Dodgers minus 162 to take Game 1. Their last check, let me see if I'll get that pulled back up real fast. Last check, they were about minus 220 to win the World Series, and now they are minus 225. So a little stronger favorites than they were, but should be a great matchup. I think the Blue Jays battled back. I know a lot of people were cheering for the Mariners around here, but I think we got two of the better teams that were left, and hopefully we get a good 7-game series.
Americans rooting for Americans. That's what was going on there. I want people from Canada in the World Series, but here we are.
America's by and large a Toronto fan right now, though.
Yeah. The Dodgers and the dynasty. Okay, I got a couple questions real quick. You don't have a line on the exhibition basketball game tonight, right?
No, we do not.
I'll just bet with Bart. That's fine. And then and then the other one is: do you have updated odds on making the college football playoff? I'm wondering about Vanderbilt specifically, and what kind of odds, or is that out yet?
No, that is definitely on the board right now. Obviously, some of those top teams that are expected to make it at this point, odds are pretty poor, in my opinion. I wouldn't jump at. But Vandy definitely sparked some interest. They are now plus 200. So they're out there. You're getting, if you bet 100, you're going to get back 300. 200 of that is profit. The first team that's getting you better than even money is South Florida. Then you have Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's ranked 7th right now, sitting in the ACC. Vandy ranked 10th, plus 200. Oklahoma, obviously big matchup this week for multiple reasons. But Ole Miss is minus 121 to get into the playoffs. Oklahoma's plus 200. So, those odds are more indicative of what Bart has mentioned terms of liking Ole Miss, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
Missouri plus 200, Tennessee at plus 350. So you can go down the list. LSU 9-1. I mean, they lost last week, but a 20th ranked LSU at 9-1 just to make it in the top 12 by the end of the year. So, yeah, some interesting odds there. I think for me, this market's something I like to look right there at the cusp of the teams and find one that maybe others aren't thinking that are going to get in, and then I'll jump on that one.
Are there Final Four odds out yet?
Yes, Final Four odds and conference odds are both out for college basketball. And right now,
Bart read them to us on the air the other day. Go ahead, Zach.
I wanted to hear Zach say it, though.
Go ahead, Zach.
Arkansas's dropped just a shade. They're down to 19-1 to win it all. And for the Final Four, They are right now at plus 400. So you're getting 4-1 currently for Arkansas to make the Final Four. And looking at the SEC, this one was a bit of a shocker as well. Don't expect these odds to hold for too long, but you're currently getting 7-1 on Arkansas to be the regular season SEC champion.
So you got to get on it now, just like Arkansas to make the College World Series. Remember that? I think that was a pretty good value early in the year. Zach, always great. What else you got going on at Oaklawn? We got concerts. We got racing season coming up. We got a lot of experiences happening.
I mean, actually, today was a great day. Today is a fun day, very busy. We have horses arriving. So this is the first day horses arriving on the property. A couple days, they'll be able to hit the track, and then a few days after that, we'll start doing timed workouts. As far as concerts, some great stuff coming up. And on the website, you can order your tickets. You can see all the promotions coming, but we do have a few things. December 5th is our next show, and that's going to be Herman's Hermits with Peter Noon. And then we have an Ozzy Osbourne Crazy Train Ozzy experience that is January 1st. That's going to be wonderful. So check the website, oaklawn.com. There are tickets available, 4 shows. There's a few more that Kathleen Madigan and then Aaron Lewis and the State Liners. So those are in 2026 as well, and tickets are available.
Oaklawn.com. Get there today and download the Oaklawn Sports app. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Zach Gillum, VP of Racing and Wagering at Oaklawn. We appreciate you, and thank you for coming on. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Zach.
Absolutely. Y'all have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too, man. All right, lot to digest there. Bart, I'm feeling good about the bet. If I'm your one loss this week, if you go 2-1 and lose that game, and you know what you're going to look at me and say? I didn't say to take the money line. I actually won it.
I like the way the pros are turning to Bart, though. You know, they know. They're paying attention to what Bart is saying. If you notice there, Zach said, I know Bart's thinking this way, and, you know, so.
They've got a lot of respect for Bart.
They do have respect for Bart.
They do. That's one of the reasons we like to go. He's a man about town there.
I know this is an audio medium, and I shouldn't just shake my head, but words fail me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Man, there's nothing like a perfect steak. So tender, juicy, and packed with flavor. And now, thanks to Plainview Beef, it's clean with no hidden chemicals. Plainview Beef feeds their cattle with wheatgrass sprouts, and their beef is loaded with nutrients your body needs. I'm telling you, you gotta try it. PlainviewBeef.com. Order direct to your house. Check out their menu, which includes 6 8-ounce fillets for just $99. Again, it's PlainviewBeef.com. Use the promo code Chuck and Bo and get a free 12-pack of beef sticks. PlainviewBeef.com.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
So I spent yesterday. You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We're running out of time for the fall foliage.
The fall what?
Foliage.
Okay. Is it foliage or foliage?
It's foliage.
Foliage.
It's three syllables.
Foliage.
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 It's foliage.
Foliage. Yeah.
Foliage.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Edward, are you going to live? I mean, Edward looks like, he could die at any moment.
If I do, it's been a good run.
Really, you do.
Seriously.
I apologize.
You can last right.
You look like you've seen better days. You look like you've been.
Well,
in
I have seen.
Antarctica.
I've seen much better days.
You've been in Antarctica.
Well,
for
I
the better part
admire
of
your
a year.
resilience today. I would have been out of here 2 hours ago.
I know.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Trying to demonstrate grit.
I was just
Grit.
thinking
It's
how
game day tomorrow.
How Edwards keeps playing that clip on the way back from break, and we should follow that up with the Chuck and Bo Show. Morons, so you don't have to be.
That's right. That's right.
We do it for you.
We'll
serve
handle the
as
stupidity.
morons for you. Macadoodle's bringing you what to watch. Wednesdays are Wind Down Wednesday. They got this big bourbon auction Zoom coming up that you need to be following them on Facebook about because, you could get some pretty rare bourbons in an auction. It's all for charity. It'll happen sometime in November. They haven't announced the date yet because they're still collecting rare bourbons, which they get the greatest selection of bourbon, spirits, allocated stuff, wines. But the customer service is what it's all about. And at the end of the day, most of us just want to be treated well as long as we're also getting what we came there to get. And they're going to do both of those things for you. Macadoodle's just north of the state line, north of Bella Vista, in West Siloam Springs, and Guess Who in Bentonville. You're going to experience all of that in all of those places. Bart, what are we watching?
Well, for starters, there's a basketball game tonight involving the Arkansas Razorbacks. Exhibition game against Cincinnati at Bud Walton Arena, 7 o'clock.
Basketball.
You can watch it in person at the Bud, or you can stream it on SEC Network Plus via the ESPN
And you can listen
app.
to Chuck and Z, too.
Or yes, on the Razorback Sports Network. The World Series starts tonight, if that's your thing, 7 o'clock on Fox.
Like there's something wrong with watching the World Series?
No.
Like it was the X Games.
If you're into that sort
let
of
me
thing.
let me rephrase. If you're into cheering against the Los Angeles Dodgers, as most of the country is, 7 o'clock on Fox, and then of course we have a full slate of football games. Tomorrow, Auburn, Arkansas, 11:45 on the SEC Network. Ole Miss, Oklahoma, 11 on ABC. Missouri, Vanderbilt, 2:30 on ESPN. Texas A&M, LSU, 6:30 on ABC. That'll get you through the day.
Listen, what did we learn today? Edwards tough as nails.
Oh, he is.
I mean, how many guys do you know
That's
that
right.
feel like he does? Goes down there
I know.
and sleeps in his car for a while.
Takes a nap
or
in his
tries
car
to.
with a heater on full
There was
blast.
no sleep, but there was some
Guts it out.
swearing, you know.
Did you sweat it out?
Yes, I did.
See,
now I'm like overly
that's the
hot.
key right there.
Did you
gotta
listen
be
to
able
the
sweat
show?
it out.
No, I didn't. There was no audio on. It was just me and my thoughts. The breakfast burrito's bringing me back to life.
Walk-ons open at 9 a.m. tomorrow before the game. What a breakfast they brought us today. Thank you.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of